I would like to have 20 minutes with the governor. We could fix this commission. I know we could do better than this.
We've been hearing from you frustration. It lingers as people still struggle to get the unemployment benefits from the Louisiana Workforce Commission.
And even as claims decrease dramatically, we are still hearing that it takes weeks, if not months, for some people to get their money.
Chief Investigative Reporter Greg LaRose talked with the agency's leader about what's being done to improve the process. One thing she says people should do, look for work.
You have new messages.
It's like trying to choke an animal, but you don't know where the neck is.
Every week it just gets stressful and stressful.
You got to stay on the line for almost 3 to 4 hours. 3 or 4 hours to even talk to somebody.
We've been hearing these same frustrations for months from people trying to get their unemployment benefits. We've looked into what's causing the problem and, more importantly, what's being done to fix them.
Our system is not broken. It wasn't designed for this.
That's Louisiana Workforce Commission Secretary Ava Cates. She's explaining to state lawmakers how traditional job benefits programs work. Employers have to pay into an unemployment insurance fund based on what their employees make, just in case those workers ever need jobless benefits.
Everything that we do is based on employers submitting wage records, verification of those wage records.
But many of the people who need pandemic unemployment assistance don't have those wage records, like gig workers and independent contractors. They don't have employers, and they haven't been working in the past year to provide proof of income.
If you can imagine being a person that works with your hands, and you have to sell equipment that's taken you 47 years to put together for next to nothing.
Tom Godfrey is a painter and drywall installer. That work's vanished for him in the past year, and he's had to tap into his Social Security earlier than planned. It took 6 months for Tom to go through an adjudication process to get back benefits he was owed, and it's been 3 months since he's seen any additional payments.
I've been self-sufficient, and now I get offered the chance to collect, and I have people questioning, almost to the point everything except printing out, we think you're lying.
An audit found LWC paid at least $405 million in jobless benefits to ineligible recipients last year. Anti-fraud measures have added more time to the process. The latest is a new ID verification system announced last week. Secretary Cates recommends filing and updating claims through the LWC website rather than on the phone because users can send and receive agency messages about their issues. Attorney Rowena Jones represents unemployment claimants and says the online option isn't without its own issues.
The agency notices and information are not always in plain English. Sometimes the information is a little more complicated than the non-lawyer typical reader can understand.
So what about customer service? Who do you go to with a problem or a mistake that needs to be fixed?
If you go to McDonald's, for instance, if you order wrong, you can talk to the manager. And the workforce, you can't talk to the manager. Ain't no way you can talk to the manager.
Ricardo Mason has struggled to find work since Bayou Steel in Laplace went bankrupt in 2019. When he's called LWC for help, he's been told he needs to talk to a supervisor.
It looks like they only have one supervisor in the state of Louisiana.
Secretary Cates told lawmakers there's been a revolving door for employees at her agency over the past year. She's hired 172 people since the start of the pandemic, but a greater number have quit or retired.
We have 30,000 calls per week, and it is just one of those things that to handle that volume, it's time consuming.
And speaking of hiring, Cates says tens of thousands of jobs are available in Louisiana. Lawmakers who control LWC's budget ask her why more isn't being done to put people to work.
7 and 4.
Mikel Manuel was a line cook at 2 French Quarter kitchens before the pandemic. He's been waiting weeks for his unemployment benefits and says good jobs in his field are hard to find.
People like us that work in restaurants and hotels and stuff, they're not making no money. Ain't nobody out there. There's no tourists, no people coming to the state because there's nothing out here for them.
Something else we uncovered involves the long wait times for calls made to the LWC. That information was online and made public up until just recently. I asked Secretary Cates why it's gone, and she says it's because it's been inaccurate all along. For WDSU Investigates, I'm Greg LaRose.